Okay, we're going to continue our house today, and we'll where we left off the other day. So we got the porch doing its thing over here, and the back porch here. So what I want to show you today is doors and windows. So that way you can start continuing making your house. So first thing I'm going to do is I have this line here mostly as just a reference. I'm going to leave it here for now because I want to find the center of this wall right here. So that's what I'll do. I'm going to come here and click and drag my tape measure this way and put it on this line and find the center of this line, which again, it'll snap to the center with the blue circle. Okay, now doors. The standard for a door is, for an outside door, is it has to be at least 3 feet wide. And then the height is 80 inches. So, which is 6'8". So those are standards. It has to be at least that big. And that's pretty much how big I make every door. Now, if I wanted to do a double door, I could make it twice that big. So it would be 6 feet instead by the same height, which is 80 inches. So I'm going to come over here and I want to make a 3-foot door, but I want it to come from the center. So I can't just go over 3 feet because then it won't be centered anymore. So instead I'll just split it in half and go out 18 inches this way. Just type in 18 and return. And I'll go out 18 this way, or 1'6". And then I'm going to come up with my measuring tool up 80 inches and then hit return. The good thing about inches is you can just type inches. It automatically knows that it's in inches. If you want it to be feet, you have to, of course, do an apostrophe. Okay, so I don't need this center line anymore. Now I have my rectangle that's going to be my door, so I'll use the rectangle tool, which is R, and I'll just make a rectangle. So that's going to be my door. Next thing I need is doors have trim around them, or a door frame. So an easy way to do that would be to use your offset tool again. So you're going to hit F and pull out from there. And trim can be anywhere from 2 to 7 inches. So I'm going to make mine 4 inches. So I'll just type in 4 and hit enter after I've done the offset tool. So now I have my basic layout for my door. Now I'm going to get my push-pull tool, which is P, and I'll pull this out. And I like to pull it out an inch. In reality, it really only sticks out about a ½ inch, but in SketchUp, it looks nicer if you can see it sticking out a little more, and it looks a little more three-dimensional. Now later, if you want to come and add in like hardware, like a door handle or things like that, you can. But for now, I'm just going to stick with that. So that is my front door. Now I can come through here and delete this line that I put on there, and I can delete these other guidelines. Okay, so in the back, I want to do a sliding door. So I'm going to come in the middle here. So again, I'm going to get my tape measure, click and drag to the middle. And again, up on this top line, it'll find the center line with that light blue dot. Okay, so I've got my center. Now I'm going to do a sliding door. So a sliding door is usually about twice as big as a normal door. So I'm going to make it, and you can go anywhere from 5 to 6 feet. I'm just going to make mine 6 feet. So I'll go 3 feet this way, and I'll do the same thing over here, 3 feet. And then the height, again, is 6'8", so 80 inches. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to make my rectangle. And this time I'm going to leave the line down the middle because later I'll use that to draw in the actual sliding door part. So next thing I'm going to do, I'll use the offset tool again. So I hit F, and then I'm going to pull out from here and to wherever, it doesn't matter, because then I'm going to type in 4 and hit return. Okay, so now I have the basic layout of it. Now I'm going to get my line tool, which is L, and I will put a line down through the middle. Now it's actually going to be glass, so I want to make it so that it's transparent. But to do that, I need to make it so I can see through it because my wall is double thick right here. I'm going to have to push-pull this section through. So real quick, well, before I do that, though, we're going to use the offset tool and create the window part of it. So the window is going to come to the inside right here. And I'm just going to make it so that the trim around it is 4 inches. And then I'll hit enter. And then I'll select this portion right here, hit F for offset again. pull it in, and type in 4 for 4 inches. Okay, so now I have kind of the layout of this. Now I want to make the windows. So next thing I'm going to do is get the push-pull tool. So I'll use P, and then I'm going to push it through until it says on face. What that'll do is it'll push it through and actually create a frame around it, and it'll cut a hole. I'll do the same over here through. So if I look on the inside of the wall, you can see that I've cut through to make it that way. Now, if you were doing the inside of the house, you would need to do the trim and all that kind of stuff on this side too. But for this project, I'm just doing the outside of the house. So now I want to have some glass. The way that I do that is I'm going to get my line tool again, L, and I'll just click and drag this way, and it's going to make this solid again. Okay, because later I'm going to go with the paint bucket. So the paint bucket is over here, or B is the speed command for it. And when you're over here at the paint bucket, when you get here, it'll be on the home. It has some different colors that are already in the model, but this magnifying glass opens up a whole bunch of different textures and colors. So you have 3D printing, asphalt and concrete, so all these different things. The one I'm looking for is glass and mirrors. When I get here, I can see these different types of glass textures that I can add to my door over here. So the ones that have a line through it like this, they are see-through. If it doesn't have the line that goes through it, it's not transparent. I like this one just because of the color of it. It has kind of a cloud thing, so it looks like a reflection. So I'll go ahead and paint this and this, and you can see that we actually see on the inside here of the house. Okay, so next thing I want to do is I'm going to close that up real quick. I'm going to do a little bit of pushing and pulling here. So I'll get my push pull. I'm going to make the frame 3-dimensional, so I'll pull it out 1 inch. And then, and then the window, I'm going to push in about a 1/2 inch to make it look 3-dimensional. So I'll type in 0.5 and enter. And then the push pull tool actually remembers the last thing you do, so I can just double click and it will add that. So now we have the sliding door. And actually one more thing I want to do is the sliding door needs to actually slide past the other section of the door. So I'm going to come in 0.5 inches there, and which means I need to push this back 0.5 again, so a 1/2 inch. So now you can see that it's actually a door that would slide past this other part of the door. And it might stick out a little further than that, but for our purposes, that should be good. So now we have a door. And let's do a garage door real quick. So with the garage, it's pretty much just making another big door. Garage doors, the standard width for a garage door, for a 2-car garage door, is about 18 feet. So if it's a 1-car garage, you'd go anywhere from 8 or 9 to 10 feet. If it's a 3-car garage, you're going to do 2 separate doors, or 3 doors if you wanted to do 3 single car garage doors. But I'm just going to do a single garage door. The height of a garage door can be anywhere from 7 to 9 feet. 9 feet's pretty tall. I like to go 8. That way you can get a little bit bigger vehicle in your garage. 7 feet is the minimum. So first thing I'm going to do is grab a line, or my measurement tool, and pull a parallel line from here. And I'm going to find the center of this part. So again, I go up to the top and I look for that thing to snap in place here. Let's see. Let me zoom out a little bit here. So it's having a hard time. Oh, there it was right there. So 12 feet is the center of it because my garage is 24 feet wide. So then what I'll do is from that, I'll pull out, if I'm doing an 18-foot door, I'll actually do 18 foot's fine. So I'll come out 9 feet this way, and I'll come out this way, 9 feet that direction. Okay, then next I'll pull up this way, and I'm going to come up 8 feet, type in 8 feet, and then I can get my rectangle tool and go ahead and create my garage door. Now, similar to what I did before, I can use my offset tool to create so F for offset, I can create my trim. Now you notice when I do the trim, it actually does all the lines, so I can pull it out to there, and then later I'll go back and delete this. I'm going to type in 4 inches for my, let me do that again. I'm going to type in, whoops, 4 inches for my trim and hit enter. And then I can come down here with my eraser, E, and delete these extra lines that are poking out the bottom. Okay, then same thing, I'm going to get my push-pull tool and I'm going to pull out the trim right here and pull it out 1 inch. Now to do the texture for the garage door, I usually will go to the paint bucket, so B, and I go to brick and cladding, and they have some siding, and they have a garage, like this is like siding, but it looks a lot like a garage door when you paint it. So now I've got a garage door that goes with that. Okay, so I'm running out of time, so I think I'll just stop with doing the doors for now. And in the next video, I will do windows and some other things. So we're going to go ahead and stop right there because I have a class that's coming in. So we'll go ahead and end it. So next time I'll show you some more. Thanks.